The best part of a fashion magazine is the fashion editorial, the big production pictures that show us the latest clothes on the latest models in a fabulous location. So when Fashion Magazine invited us to tag along on an editorial shoot in Miami, we jumped at the chance to go behind the scenes. The creative team booked for this shoot was fashion director Susie Sheffman and photographer Gabor. Their assignment? A 14-page story that illustrates two opposing trends seen on the runways this season. Over-the-top glamour versus low-key chic. Susie was inspired by the 1980s film Overboard, starring Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
You're the carpenter?
Where's your problem?
When Goldie Hawn's character goes from rich to poor,
Your wife's had an almost total loss of memory.
her wardrobe goes from flashy fashion to country casual. It's the perfect story to showcase this season's juxtaposed trends. So inspiration? Check. Experienced team? Check. But there's a lot more to a photo shoot than that. We followed Susie and Gabor to sunny South Florida to see it all come together.
It's work. You know, you get off the plane and you don't stop working until you go to bed.
How are you? I'm good. Listen, we're just getting into our room very late. I'm just gonna go grab some Tylenol. I'm gonna be right back. So Gabor and I got to Miami, and we're all set to meet my assistant Jordan to start the unpacking process. Already there were problems. We have one issue, and that is that our model for tomorrow had to go do a 2-day booking in LA, and she's not coming in until tomorrow morning first thing. To have the model arrive from out of town on the first day of shooting, it was just too dicey. We had this big expensive boat we were paying for, and the sun sets when the sun sets. And if we don't get there on time and get everything done that we have to do, we are screwed.
Think positive thoughts only.
I just want to check and make sure that all the clothes that are supposed to be here for tomorrow's shoot are here.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Started.
There's about how many boxes?
There's 30 boxes downstairs waiting for us now, apparently.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, just like Christmas. Oh my
This is
God.
amazing.
And I see the Prada. Okay, we've got our Dolce, Derek Lam, Martin Grant. So those are those amazing necklaces. We better get up there and get these babies unpacked. Poor Jordan was stuck in the room alone. We left her to go location scouting, and she had the pleasure of opening up all of those FedEx boxes and trying to arrange all the clothing. Gabor and I really wanted to make sure that the day we arrived, we had a chance to go look at the shack that we would be using on day 2. You want me to drive and you navigate?
No, you're a better navigator.
Okay, you're going to 17th Street, and then you're going to turn right at Alton.
I actually think I'm going in the wrong direction. And we get there, and it's not open.
And it's locked up tight.
I'm not quite sure whose fault that was.
The one thing you had to do.
No, but it says till 5 p.m. Well, what I can see, it's cute. It's not so bad. It looks like a shack.
Okay, looks like a great picture to me.
Well, that was a real...
Done.
And, you know, I look at it this way. At least now I know how to get there the next day.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
Oh, wow, everything's all unpacked. It looks great. A little shoe pile. Ooh, all the jewelry. Okay, this looks good. Because this shoot was exploring 2 different themes of clothing, we literally needed backups and backups and backups for our backups for both sets, for the overboard clothing and the more simple life. So we really went a little bit overboard in making sure that we had all the merchandise that we needed.
Hey, Min. How are you?
So finally, I had to meet up with our hair and makeup person, Min Ma.
I really love the Zacapo's inspiration for the yacht one.
I wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page right from the get-go. So did you get a chance to watch the movie by any chance?
Yes.
What we're trying to do is the fashion magazine version of the movie 20 years later.
Okay, I'm gonna get going. Bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
So after it was all said and done, we had an exhausting first day getting everything organized. But of course, all that was going through my mind was, please let our model show up on time. There was so much riding on it, and I just needed the weather gods to cooperate and make sure her flight was not delayed.
Coming up on Fashion File, find out if the model shows up
Hold on one sec. I can't deal with this.
and if the shoot actually happens. So, did Susie's model show up? And can we keep her team on track now that the shoot is afloat? Let's head back to Miami.
Hey, Gabor. Okay, listen, the model is en route. They're about 5 minutes away. So, lo and behold, she shows up. She's actually on time. Hey, Nicole, how are you? I'm Susie. So we were good to go.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in.
Lee was perfect casting for the job. We wanted a particular kind of girl for this shoot, and we wanted someone who had a little bit more personality, who was more of an actor, and who had more of that va-va-va-voom.
I want to be out of this hotel room in less than 10 minutes. It seemed like it took forever to get out of that room, and then even more forever to load up the van. I don't know why this always has to take so long. Too old for this. Okay, Jordan, can you come here? Yeah. I have to protect the stuff that I care about. I'm not doing a shoot like this anymore. It's ridiculous. I can't deal with this. Gabor, just spent like an hour steaming everything, and now it's complete. Everything is smushed, and I'm over it. We really have to motor, everybody, now, please. What a surprise, we're an hour late leaving. That's pretty much as close to losing it as I get.
Yeah, that's Susie freaking out.
So finally, we've unloaded from the hotel, loaded into the vans, unloaded from the vans, loaded onto the boat, and now we're ready to go. We try to keep a very bare bones set. We have Min Min working on hair and makeup. We have Jordan, my assistant, who's helping me get the clothes organized and getting the models dressed. We have Peter, who's helping Gabor with his equipment and his computers, and Gabor and I, and that's pretty much it.
Beautiful. Yeah, and Lee, when you lean into me, that's really hot. Oh, beautiful, Lee, that's amazing. Oh, that's gorgeous, beautiful.
What we're looking for on the boat is overstyled, a little campy, because this woman is such a haughty-taughty socialite. We want to really sort of over-exaggerate. And because the movie that we're basing it on is so humorous,
You're the carpenter?
we're not really too at risk with going a little campy in the posing.
That's amazing. And let the light fall on your face, Lee. Oh, beautiful. Good move.
That's
Good move.
As long as she looks super glossy and gorgeous and of the moment from a fashion perspective, I'm really happy.
Love that.
Gabor and I, we usually have that aha moment at the same time when we see the shot. And I can't really explain what it is. It's a little intangible, but we both always know when we have it. That's the one.
Love
It's very
that.
Jerry. Do you know Jerry Hall? It's very Jerry Hall.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay, cool.
At that point, our male models arrived.
I know, we're probably...
So I'm playing the carpenter, Kurt Russell, of course.
Just pay me the money you owe me.
When Chris, our carpenter, came, he's sort of this aw shucks type of guy from the Midwest. Couldn't be nicer. He's got this big goofy grin and a phenomenal body.
It doesn't get much better than this now, does it?
As it turned out, he actually had his own tools in the back of his truck.
I used to build houses before I started modeling and acting, and they just so happens I have my tools here, and it's just kind of ironic, you know?
Great. Stronger?
How's Chris?
He's very good.
We're going to be able to see
Oh, I love the sort of attitude that you're giving me.
It was actually a great feeling because what I sort of envisioned 2 weeks ago, months ago, prior to the shoot, was actually coming to fruition. And, it was working out exactly how I wanted it to.
Great, don't move. That's it. Hot. Look at him. Beautiful.
So now it's getting tight. I can see that we're losing light. I want to do one more fashion shot of Lee because, after all, this is a fashion shoot, and we're here to shoot fashion.
Oh, beautiful.
So, we're done shooting. We just made it. The light went down at just the right moment. We're done. Except we're not really done. Jordan and I have an entire night of packing up what we've just shot and getting ready for the clothes that we need for tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be a big day. Plus, we've got kids.
Next on Fashion File, from hyper to distracted, can Susie and Gabor keep control of their shoot?
As soon as those models hit their Blackberries, I know I'm in trouble.
What's that old show business rule about never working with animals or children? Coming up, you're going to see why.
So it's day 2. So we get to our location, Little River Studios, and it's fantastic.
When I walked in, I was so excited because it had these great little shacks. The way they're set up, the lighting was beautiful.
You guys are going to be using the beach houses?
Yes.
And I'll have you guys do wardrobe, hair, and makeup inside the main Cape Cod house.
My main concern today is keeping Lee's energy level up. She's going to be wearing more sort of normal, basic clothes, and I have to heighten the reality a little bit. We don't have all the necklaces and all the jewelry to heighten things and the big dramatic hair. So I really need Lee to really pull it together for us and perform a little bit. But I'm a little concerned because I can already see that she's on her Blackberry and she's thinking about what her next job is. Sort of heightened reality is what I'm looking for. So then the kids arrived, and I couldn't have been happier about the way they looked. So guys, I want to introduce you to your father. This is him. His name is Chris. So he went off and he found Mom. This is your mom. I'm Lee. We had 2 sets of brothers, and they looked like one big happy family. So it worked out really well.
Hi, my name's Garrett Lee.
Okay, guys. Everybody want to follow me outside?
Well, I had my kids on set today, like in the movie. Guy has lead character has 4 kids.
Oh, I think I'd remember if I had 3 children.
4, honey. Don't forget little Joe.
I think I'm supposed to be very harried and overwhelmed by all my children.
Who did this? So the goal was not to recreate the movie. The goal was to use the movie as inspiration. From a fashion standpoint, today was the day to establish that sort of down-home, rustic, homespun fashion.
Okay, boys, just go in there and play around with
Play
her.
on that thing. Maybe they shouldn't be interacting.
You guys just like, yeah, but maybe no hitting.
Hey, Miles! Miles!
I hate the way I look.
This one little boy, Miles, was absolutely adorable. What a face. And yet, he had a lot of trouble.
I hate overalls.
Hey, Miles, can I ask you something? Basically, I took him aside and talked to him and said, you don't have to wear the overalls. Go put on your own clothes. Why don't you go put your jeans on and whatever you came here wearing.
Okay. Great, beautiful. Fight, boys, fight. Nice.
Usually these kids, when they come on set, they come on best behavior and they have to sit there and not wrinkle everything. But for this job, it was almost the opposite. We wanted them to go and have a great time and get into trouble.
Chris?
Yes.
Go stand. Oh, hey.
When you give kids permission to punch each other and get into trouble, you have to be a little bit careful too, because they can sort of take it to the opposite extreme and get a little too carried away. It's pajama time! Second day for a model on a fashion shoot can be a little difficult.
Susie calls it second day syndrome, and it happens on rare occasion.
Their minds are on what's their next job, how am I going to get there? As soon as those models hit their Blackberries, I know I'm in trouble. I decided that in order to keep the focus on Lee and to get some really gorgeous shots to complement the beautiful shots we did of her on the boat, that I would have to get rid of the kids. You know, Gabor, what I think we should do is do another shot with the kids.
Yeah, and then let them go.
And bye-bye.
Can you sit on her lap? And then move further in. Closer. Beautiful. So look this way. Nice, beautiful guy. Peter, this is not loading properly. It's not, I hear it loading, but it's not going in the sync.
There was sort of a minor technical glitch.
Where are the pictures?
The 2 cards got mixed up.
Oh, maybe, are you loading the car?
Which means all the pictures were erased.
That's not the right card. Are you sure? So I have to reshoot everything.
And Peter's the most amazing assistant I've worked with. And he was devastated by that, and I was like, no worries, I'm still here, I can reshoot it, and things always happen for a reason, and I don't even know that Susie was aware that that card got replaced.
Gabor, are you shooting more because you didn't like what you saw?
No.
You got it. It's amazing.
The best shot came out of that anyway. The first card was a warm-up.
So while this is all going on, at the same time, I have to keep my attention focused on Lee. She's on her BlackBerry a lot, and we're losing her. Okay, BlackBerries have no place at the shack. I have to be diplomatic. I'm not looking for a new best friend. Whether Lee likes me or doesn't like me at the end of the day isn't really my concern. My concern, first and foremost, is to get the pictures that I really need to get. But at the same time, I know that you get more bees with honey, and I want to make her happy too. It's no good to me if I have a miserable model on set. We had enough shots with the kids, and now it was time to make her look beautiful and feel beautiful and special and concentrate on getting some beautiful fashion shots of her. I like that.
Still ahead on Fashion File. Will the Battle of the BlackBerry end before the sun goes down?
It was a little bit tense, and I was getting a little bit frustrated.
That's not working.
Okay, forget it.
So, it's almost a wrap in Miami, but there's still lots of time for things to go wrong. Let's see how Susie deals with a bored model and an ever-tightening deadline.
Oh, that's awesome. Great.
That's good. It's getting near the close of the second day. It's late afternoon, it's really hot, it's dusty, we're all thirsty, and the model's a little bit over it, I can tell.
For the model, it may be second day syndrome, but I have a reputation I want to protect. The model hasn't invested the time and the energy and the financial investment that Susie and I are putting into this. So, you know, she may have second day syndrome. I never have second day syndrome.
I still have at least 3 shots to do on Lee, and I need her to look as gorgeous and as polished as she did on the boat.
Okay, this is beautiful.
That's nice.
Oh, there.
But here we are in more normal clothes. She doesn't want me to mess around with her hair too much. I want the hair bigger and bigger, and she doesn't want me to touch it. And it's just gotten all flat again, though. Sorry.
Just bring hair back in.
Don't tease it. I won't.
Okay, let's look on the computer.
That's why I want the hair more elevated to not...
Like, that
No,
still
I
looks
don't
a little
like that.
cataloging,
Yeah,
right?
No, I think this is amazing.
I might have to restyle this. I'm not thrilled with the...
Okay, well then...
Fine, let's go to the end and see if there's anything, because I don't see I don't see it here. And I don't see a shot that's like, wow.
Everyone has different opinions, right? And everyone looks at things differently.
I was having a little trouble styling-wise with the jeans and the shirt. It was almost a little too real.
The stylist will look at it more about the clothes, and I sort of have a tendency to look more at like the overall image.
When you're shooting fashion, you want to have a heightened sense of reality. So I was just trying to heighten it and elevate it a little bit. I don't want it to look like an advertising campaign. And when you're shooting clothes that are so real, you can sort of run into that. So you have to always keep it heightened reality.
I just want you running in the skirt. Okay? Beautiful,
I'm really glad we had that Michael Kors skirt. We really needed some real fashion in this part of the segment.
So go sit in the chair.
It's at least fashion.
Oh,
you know?
that's great.
Yeah.
Just fall back in a chair for me.
Or fall forward and really come forward. Well, yeah, like come a little bit more forward with your body like that. And really, like, slump in. I'm 5'10". What do you want me to do? Just bend over. There, okay. It's getting a little tense. I can tell that I've lost her a little bit. This is really an acting job for her, and I need her to give me something.
That's not working.
Okay, forget it. She wasn't really giving me everything that I needed.
Oh, they're perfect. That's
it.
Fantastic. I got it.
In the end, these models are all pros. They come on set, they know what they have to do, they know what they have to deliver, and they usually do.
I have to say, I just love her here. I think she looks edgier.
Oh yeah, no. Definitely agree. Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah, I love that too.
I think we're done.
We got it.
That's amazing.
I'm feeling really good. I think we had a fantastic 2 days. I'm a little I'm a little wiped, but I'm really thrilled, and I can't wait to see how today marries up with yesterday, what we got from yesterday.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you.
I have to fly to Pittsburgh because I have another job, so thanks, guys.
So what's next for you? What's next for me? Only time will tell. Until I get that next phone call.
Bye, Gabby.
I think all in all, the shoot went really, really well. We had great clothes. We got what we set out to do. I was really happy with the casting. I'm really thrilled with the pictures. And I think it's going to make for a really fun story that I hope my readers will really enjoy.
I'm very happy with the end product. I think we illustrated what we wanted to do in the story, which was to show two different trends, show a very high glamorous trend, and show that sort of a more natural, more relaxed trend is happening at the same time.
To me, what makes a great fashion shoot is the synergy that happens on set. And that's something that you can't fake. That's something that no amount of planning can actually produce. It's just something that happens. It's a synchronicity, it's a coming together of creative people, it's having fun, it's an energy level, and beautiful clothes and a great model really help as well.